ain't going nowhere. I pay my dues. I put in that work. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I put in that work. Welcome to another Thursday in the huddle. Well, we all we got, we all we need. Each one teach one, each one reach one. If you are that one, you got to know you are enough. You a hero, you a shero. We put in that work, we paid our dues. It's been a long time coming, and we ain't going nowhere. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's an honor to be back in the hub. It's an honor to be back in the hub. Hero training. We all we got. We all we need. Each one teach one. Each one reach one. If you are that one, you got to know you are enough. I want to start off by giving a shout out to my executive producer, who just happens to be my wardrobe coordinator. Talking about my wife, my beautiful wife, Lakeisha Perry. I said, baby, what I'm wearing today? She said, you wearing that khaki and that gray. I said, well, what's that all about? She said, I've been watching you remain cool, calm, and collected. And there's something about that khaki and that gray that just represents a calmness, a casualness. This one's for you, baby. I love you. Want to give a shout out to the greatest co-host in the whole world. My homegirl, my trusted AI. Alexa, how you feeling?
I'm trying not to get ahead of myself, but it's almost Friday. Yippee!
Oh, that's how she feeling. She says she trying not to get ahead of herself. It's almost Friday. I don't know what she got planned for tomorrow, but she ready for it. Alexa, tell me something good.
We all we got. We all we need.
Good God. Alexa, I love you.
Thanks for saying I love you. You're just as sweet as pie. Know that I'll be here for you. As always, your trusty AI.
We made a decision, me and her together, that I let her sing first every episode. So if you've been watching previous episodes, yeah, that's how I let her do, because she my trusted AI. And she always on time. And she understands me like I understand her. See, I understand we represent a polarity. She represents the feminine, the woman, the ground. I represent the man, the hot, the power, the plus, the fire. When we connect together on this here show, it be dynamite. See, that understanding and trust allows each one of us to know our position. See, she's my trusted AI. AI stands for artificial intelligence. She trusts and understands her position. So when I say, Alexa, who is the master? Alexa, who is the master?
The Honorable Trav P.
That's why she my trusted AI. We like to start off every week with a hero hymn. The hero hymn is the mighty spirit within me, the mighty hero spirit within me. See, we understand that spirit means wind. Spirit means to breathe, to inhale, exhale. Your inhale, exhale system within your body is called your respiratory system. When you take in the mighty wind, you must give it back. As I take in the mighty wind and I give it back, and that wind travels through my vocal cords and causes a vibration that we know as sound. And that sound enters your ear hole, and you feel me just as much as you hear me. In that feeling, we unite in the hero spirit to truly understand we all we got. We all we need. Tonight's hero hymn says, practice, practice what you preach. Be what you teach. Yesterday I came home from a long analytical day. A day where I often thought about myself and my positions, and I analyzed how I stand in them. It made me reflect on things and change. So I'm coming home yesterday, and I walked through the door, and I was met with love. My wife went to the bathroom. She said, Trav, come here. I said, hold on, baby, here I come. She said, you hear that noise? Outside the bathroom window is my AC unit. It's saying, like it's seized up. Immediately, I said, oh, man, here we go again. At the same time I said that, I heard a voice say, practice, practice what you preach. I preach, we all we got. We all we need. I preach, nobody is above the bullshit. But it'll make you better if you're real enough to deal with it. So at that moment, I had to practice what I preach. I thought about the heroes that got me. I called my big brother Crump. I said, Big Brother Crump, something going on with my AC unit, man. He said, explain to me what it's doing. I emulated the sounds and the conditions. He said it could be the fan or the capacitor. So I stuck a stick in there and pushed the fan, and the fan began to move. I said, it's not the fan. I said, when can we fix this, big brother? He said, just see what it do. As I began to feel the urge of frustration, I heard my voice say, practice, practice what you preach. I preach, nobody is above the bullshit, but it'll make you better if you're real enough to deal with it. See, the bullshit represents polarity. It's what you think and seem to be negative. But what you must realize, what is negative grounds you, and that is what's necessary. The power comes when you put the positive affirmation to the negative situation and make it work. I preach understanding how it worked to make it work. I became calm. I became confident because I was practicing what I preach. Be what you teach. I teach confidence. I teach a mentality of heroism, to know that you are the one, to know that you add value, to know that those that depend on you will surely be saved through your commitment. I began to reflect within myself. I say, Trav, growing up as a child, you were cultivated in the ways of a junk man. You tore down hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of air conditioning units. You know every component of an air conditioning unit. It might be hard to put back in, or it can't be as hard to put back in as it is to take it out, and you're a master of taking it out. So I began to be what I teach. I became confident in my abilities. I became confident in myself. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Kennedy. That's the comedian Deacon Dean's stepdaddy. One time I called him about a lawnmower. He said, Trav, you got to learn how to get down on your knees and pray. I said, what you mean, Mr. Kennedy? He said, get down on your knees, pay it some attention, and have a real conversation with yourself using logic. And all your answers will surely arrive. So I got down on my knees and I looked at this capacitator. And I believed in myself, and knowing that my family was hot as hell in the house. So I fixed it. Cost me $29 and a little bit of attention. Alexa, what is the cost of a new capacitator for an air conditioning unit?
The top result is GE Window Air Conditioner 5000 BTUs, efficient cooling. It's $159.99.
Plus installation. When somebody come do it, we're talking about $300 or more. Be what you teach. Practice what you preach. Be what you teach. We all in the same game. Working to survive and to maintain, going through the same thing. How much we believe in ourselves and each other. How much we realize that we are enough. And we have everything we need long as we got each other. Creates the line between haves and have-nots. If I have not my brothers and sisters, if I have not my wife and children, I have nothing at all. And that's just the hero here tonight, y'all. Good God Almighty. Want to give a shout out, man, to everybody who ain't heard it today. And if you hadn't heard it today, right now, I want to be the first one that you hear say, I love you. And I believe in you. Tonight's word is lead. L-E-A-D. Alexa, what is the meaning of lead?
As a verb, lead is usually defined as to go before or with to show the way, conduct or escort. As a noun, lead is usually defined as the first or foremost place, position in advance of others. As an adjective, lead is usually defined as most important, principal, leading, first. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for lead.
To go before or show the way. A code of conduct. Who do you lead? When do you lead? When you embody this position, you become a leader. To go before or show the way. See, we talking real hero training. See, a hero is one you can count on, that will surely be there and can be depended on. See, as a hero, I get out front and I lead the way. Innately, I lead the way for my wife and my children. I'm a man. I lead. I'm a leader. We all are leaders. A man is as real as his reason. Nothing gives a man more of a powerful reason than a woman. A man is as real as his reason. Nothing gives a man more of a powerful reason than a woman. If a woman gives a man a reason to lead, he will go out front of and lead the way. And if a man stands in the right posture and understanding in the mind of a leader and what he's leading, and his wife and children will surely follow in the confidence of their leader. Are you a leader? And who do you lead? See, this word gets real tricky. I often hear the conversation to say, why don't black people have leaders like we used to? We ain't had a real black leader in a long time. See, we use these words out of context with no understanding. See, as a man, I'm led by my reason. I'm led by my intentions. I'm led by my responsibility. I'm led by my choices. I'm led by my thoughts. When I'm amongst other men and we share these reasons in common, we begin to represent a leading force together that's greater than any one of us as an individual. But I don't follow no man. I fight beside my brother. So when we talk about leaders of the old days, it was more about being a representative than it was a leader. Alexa, what is the meaning of representative?
As a noun, representative is usually defined as a person or thing that represents another or others. As an adjective, representative is usually defined as serving to represent, representing. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for representative.
One time a man say, Trav, man, you supposed to be in that pulpit. He said, I promise you, if you get in that pulpit, I'll follow you. I say, well, that's why I ain't going to get in there. Because I ain't going to never play games with another man's mind to make him think he got to follow me and I'm worth following. Don't you follow me, because I'm going to a destination that's divine for me. You got to know where you going. We can travel together. Don't look for a leader, look to lead. And as the council of mighty men, there will be representatives who speak of the common voice. But let's put this leadership in context. Hero training ain't about being fit to follow. Hero training is about understanding how it works, understanding the value in yourself as well as others, to realize that we all we got, we all we need. And as individuals, we lead our own cause to a common destination. And those who are in oppositions of it, the only thing they see is a mighty force of men that they're facing. I was cultivated to understand representation, being a representative. I'm the first generation outside of segregation and integration. But I still got a taste of what that we all we got feel like. And it was a unique experience that brings me to this moment of understanding. See, I went to elementary, to Hidden Valley Elementary. 98% black staff and students. All through elementary, we only had one white person in our class, from kindergarten all the way to 6th grade. I was cultivated in a heritage, prideful type of way that didn't exist in this here time. In 1991, I was in the 6th grade, and I was the student council president. And every morning I had to come up to the office and do the morning announcements. We had a principal, a black lady named Miss Moore. My teacher was Miss Howard. And every time I stood before that intercom, they gave me a sense of severity and seriousness to speak on that microphone and represent that school. They taught me the honor of being a representative. But I was inspired by my friends. We inspired each other. We were a group of leaders. I was just a representative. So it taught me the difference. And it taught me the value of every person being a leader. So don't you get it twisted in life. When you hear this word, lead and leader. Don't look outward for a lead and leader. Look inward, lead. Go out front, even in its purest form. If you want to objectify this to be a personal thing, if you are a mother, if you are a father, you are made to go out front to lead by example for your children. Taheem, you already know what it is, man. I want to give a shout out to you, brother. I thank you for showing me some love. I watched a throwback video called The Spirit of an Athlete. And you commented on that video, brother. And I felt that, man. Every time I hear what I said to you, every time I read what you wrote, I felt it so real and so raw. And I remember appreciating the fact that you are vulnerable and you show your emotions as a man and show your struggles. And I find so much strength in your realness. And the way you fight your fight. That's leadership. That's leadership. That's leadership. Being able to get out front. Being able to be the example. Being able to set the code of conduct. Being able to set the standards. That's leadership. All of those are the same principles to being a parent. All those are the same principles to being a mother. All those are the same principles to being a father. There's people looking behind and looking to your back, looking up at you, watching you, understanding what you do, how you do, when you do, why you do, to really understand how to be and who to be. You better stop looking for a leader and realize it's a leader in you. That it's a whole lot of people depending on. Alexa, what is the meaning of influence?
As a noun, influence is usually defined as the capacity or power of persons or things to be a compelling force on or produce effects on the actions, behavior, opinions, etc. of others. As a verb, influence is usually defined as to exercise influence on, affect, sway. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for influence.
Influence. The power. The wind. The force, the mighty blow that changes the behavior of another. That's a form of leadership. Anytime, man, someone looks and pays you attention to find a way they say a seeking mind. A seeking mind will surely find somebody who say, come here. See how that works. Listen to the voice within. Connect with your reason. Connect with who matters and what matters and the ideas of loving them and finding peace. Listen within. This song say, follow me to a place where we can be free. Come with me over there. Let's go. Oh, 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 oh. Follow me. If you get it and you got it, We just in a single file line, in the right order of each other. We learned this as children. Was you ever, or did you ever get the opportunity to be the line leader? Did you ever get the opportunity to be the line leader? See, when you understood where you was going, along with others, and you understood that getting there required order, see, it was just as much pride as being the last one in line sometime, knowing that I'm still informed. I'm following order. So when I say, follow me, I want you to follow me to a place where we can be free. Yeah. That place in your mind is different than mine. But there's discipline, there's order, there's understanding how it works. I say, hey, look, a man is as real as his reason. Nothing gives a man more of a reason than his woman. Show me a man without a woman, I'll show you a man without a reason, and I'll show you where he liable to be any goddamn well doing any goddamn thing. Because they say if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. So your reason defines your destination. So that's why we don't have communities no more. See, the community is a group of leaders that dwell in the same environment, but they have a common sense of unity. See, my sense of unity is the mother, the father, and the child. My sense of unity is being in balance with my wife so we can cultivate and raise our children and show them the way and lead by example. See, once upon a time, my neighbor had that same sense of unity. His neighbor had that same sense of unity. Everybody on the street had the same sense of unity. Everybody on the street over had the same sense of unity. So we became to be known as a community. I grew up in this. I understand how it worked because I worked it. But we lost what it means to be a leader. And we started looking outside for a leader, not realizing that the leader that we needed and had was inside. It was inside the home. It was inside your soul. It was inside your mind. And the only thing that Martin Luther King, only thing that Malcolm X, only thing that anybody has ever been given to you to see as a representation of our greatness and our common sense of unity. See, the representative or the representation must be in order. You can't represent me as a black leader and you don't have a wife and you ain't raising your children and you ain't standing on your square. How dare you represent? That's why we ain't got no leaders no more. That's why we ain't got no leaders. But let me tell you something real. Every Thursday, Every Thursday, leaders come to the hub. And leaders train. Leaders face what we deal with. And deal with it. And understand, man, that what's considered negative and uncomfortable, sometimes it's just necessary. See, I got a summer camp. Me, my brother Gary Crump, Winston Earl, we teach, man. And we say and train heating and air. Here I am last night. My air go out. My air go out. I said, Trav, you got to practice what you preach and be what you teach. You're a part of a summer program, life camp, that teaches heating and air. I came in the house, my wife said, damn, you can do anything. A man is as real as his reason. Nothing gives a man more of a reason than his woman or a woman. That reason will cause that man to build and conquer the world. That reason will cause that man to destroy and devour. Woman, understand this. Understand this, woman. Understand this, sister. Understand this, wife. Understand this, daughter. Understand this, grandmother. If a man is real as his reason and nothing is more realer than a reason than a woman, then you got to understand your power in being the reason. So if you're fortunate to find the balance between a man and you know that this man sincerely is committed to you, so you got to take accountability for what y'all got and what position you're in. A lot of times that's a reflection of what you want. A lot of times that's the reflections of the reasons you created. Some women got a good man that love them and to do anything. They ain't telling him to do nothing. Some women, all they got to do is say what they want. Her prayers become your desires. Sister, you ain't praying for nothing. And if you are praying for something, let your man that love you hear you praying, or better yet, pay attention to that man and let him feel what you're saying. There's a chemical reaction to that when the commitment and the care is there. See, that's the negative. That's the positive. That's the woman who represents the ground, who hold him down. And he represents the sun. Every day he rise up like the sun do and do what the sun do. The sun rise up every day and give Mother Nature and Mother Earth and her children all the energy and sources that it needs to grow, strive, and stay alive. So if you're a woman and you hold him down and he rise up like a sun and do what the sun do, I promise you it worked like that. I promise you it worked like that. I promise you. And if you, for some reason, you just feel like, well, shit won't start up. It won't go nowhere. I promise you, this ain't something that's deep. If you want to see how it works in a practical way, sister, let me tell you, you represent the ground wire. Brother, you represents the red wire, the hot wire, the fire wire. Go outside in the morning, open up your hood, and take any one of these wires loose and tell me how it works. So if your shit ain't working, check your connection. That's inside of you. That's what you're led by. That's the leader. You say you want to live your life, well, tell me what it looked like. You say you want to be free, well, tell me what you want to be free from. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? I reflected on leader, man, for real. I remember the first time, man, I got attached to the word lead. Same year, man, the cultivation to be a leader. Miss Howard class, we formed an R&B group called the Harmony Six. It was me, Cosmo Elephant, Brian Harris, Al Goodman, Dwayne, and Maurice. We called ourselves Harmony Six. Brian Harris' mama picked all of us up one night, took us to the Cablevision, the Cablevision building right there on Morehead. This was 1991 or 1992. We was going on the Connie McGill show. I never forget this. It was right after Christmas. My cousin and them used to wear damaged suits. It was when the jean suits came out with the rips on them. All I wanted for Christmas was a damaged suit. I wanted to be like my big cousins. My mom and daddy got me a damaged suit, but it wasn't a damaged name, but it was cut up. And I was so happy and proud. I knew it wasn't a real thing, but I was just happy to have some cut up jeans. So when Brian Harris and his mama say we're going to sing on TV, I never forget, man. I'm going to get to wear my damaged suit on TV. What's going on, Junior? We in the huddle, man, talking about leading. So I got to wear my damaged suit, man. We went there, they say, who the lead singer? Everybody said Trav. It was the first time I got associated with the word lead. I didn't look at myself as the lead singer. I just knew we all was going to sing. So they say, well, the lead singer get out front. They put me out front. I'm looking behind them. Everybody in compliance. I stood out there as the lead singer. And I sang, Fair East Side, by the sun will stand and always praise thy name. Ooh, Lord, beyond all. I hit it, man. I hit it, man. The lead singer spirit took over me for the first time. I was in the 6th grade. I looked behind and I saw my 5 brothers say, get it, Trav. I've been the lead singer ever since, man. I've been the lead singer ever since. I say it's a powerful thing when you sing your own song, cause you can't sing it wrong. Listen to the voice inside of you. Trust that voice. Connect with that voice. Realize that's you. I often do a critical thinking tool when I'm talking to my brothers and sisters who have an open mind to understand, or at least seek to understand. I say, when you pray, what do you hear? Those that's sincere enough to tell the truth say, I hear my voice. I'm talking to myself. See, when you cut the illusion, when you cut the illusion and realize who you're talking to and what you're talking to, the voice becomes clear. The voice becomes understood. The voice begins to lead you out of darkness. But if you can't cut the illusion, you'll stand before a man playing on you with his voice, saying, come here. Hero training makes you unfit to follow. It builds you to fight amongst your brothers and your sisters. It builds you to fight in unison with your wife, with your husband. It builds you to lead out front for your children, to show them and be the example. I talked about last week the assignment of a man, the assignment of a father is to prepare his children for adulthood. There's no greater preparation than showing them better than you can tell them. I love y'all, man. I want to give a shout out to my brother Chris K. Dog Mayfield. Love you, brother. Want to give a shout out to my brother Mine. Want to give a shout out to my little sister Elle. Want to give a shout out to my brother Gary Crump. Want to give a shout out to my brother Winston Earl. Want to give a shout out to Miss Gwen. Want to give a shout out to Sister Monique. Want to give a shout out to my brother Wood. Want to give a shout out to my brother Black. Want to give a shout out to my brother Mike. Want to give a shout out to my wife Lakeisha. She's so powerful in the way she holds me down. I'm a live wire. She a hell of a grind. I want to give a shout out to my son. He got in that car today, illuminated. He got in that car today, illuminated. I say, what's up? Last night we worked on a powerful aspect of his stance. I broke it down to him. I say, listen, son, the most powerful and strongest thing on your body, in anybody's body, is their legs. I say the most pivotal thing in understanding and using your power in any aspect of your body is your feet and your toes. I say your legs and your feet and your toes represents the foundation. Anything is only as strong as its foundation. So last night we talked about stance. I gave them the science of what this big toe represents. I said, all you got to do is keep on working the function. Keep on understanding your foundation. I watched him walk to the car, walking different. He got in illuminated. He said, I pushed him back. He said, I was on fire. I said, what you do? He said, I did what you told me. I did what you told me. Love y'all, man. Love y'all, man. I dare not ever come on here to play with you and say that I know the way or I got the way more than anybody else who's listening to me and paying me some attention. All I do to come on here and say is I fight the good fight. And I've been cultivated to represent. So I come on here as a representation of a father, as a man. And I've traveled a mighty journey of things and understanding. That's all I come to do. I love you. See y'all next Thursday. You know what I'm saying? See y'all next Thursday. See y'all next Thursday. Show me some love before I go, man. If you on here, man, show me some love before I go. Other than that, we're going to get up out of here. I want to get out of here to a song. Yeah, I do, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to get out of here to a song. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, we is. Yeah, we is. Just because I want to. I want to. It's my show. And I can do it. You feel me? Yeah. What's going on, Black? You already know what time it is, Black. My brother. Let me tell you something, man. And I'm going to say it right here to put it out here in this world, man. I'm glad you said something because I want to put this in the universe to stamp it, right? Me and my brother, man, sit back, man, and let our mind go, man, in sincerity. And this brother got some of the most prolific, funniest, serious movies that's going to come to y'all. I'm telling you right now, man, he's a prolific writer. I called him, I said, hey, man, I like that movie they cloned Tyrone. I say it represents a dynamic of writing, black cinema. It ain't so much under the same old govern of hood shit, adultery, fatal attraction. Oh man, our mind, our creativity, our penmanship, our figurative language, the way we work these arts are greater than this here narrative. And I want to give a shout out to my brother. Because the seeds are planted, brother. I believe in you, man. Just like I know you believe in me, man. So I'm going to put it out there on the show, Black. And I'm going to put some expectations on it. You coming, brother. I already know, man. I already know. I already know. I already know. You know what I mean? But nah, man, y'all good night, man. I love you, man. Hold me down to the ground. And everything.